aka Banlist TV. We're back with another video. Decided I'm gonna do my ban list prediction for the 2025 to 2026 season, with Phantom Avengers coming out and British Protocol in February. We should be getting a ban list, hopefully before the new year starts. But also, if the new year starts and we'll have a ban list, hopefully before. Obviously, Richmond with the 300th YCS coming up and all that jazz. So let's get into it. So obviously, the ban list is meant to hit 3 major decks. It's meant to hit Draco Tail, Mitsu Yummy, and K9 Bakersol. So to get started with Mitsu Yummy, I guess like pure Mitsu by itself is good. Pure in a fair deck. Pure Yummy is good as a fair deck, but you put them together, and that's when it becomes unfair. And I think it's finally time that we get rid of Herald of the Arclight. This thing has 3 amazing effects. It's a floodgate, searches any ritual monster / ritual spell, and it's an Omni Negate. And I think with Konami on the trend of getting rid of Omni Negates, Arclight gotta go. The next one I have. Oh, I cannot spell today. Jeez. Next one I have is the Zombie Vampire. Just killing off another bridge. Obviously, I think this card's kind of degenerate. When it was like fair, like when you were playing decks that had graveyard effects, and like Zombie Vampire is a good mill, but now everybody's just throwing it in there just because they can. But I think it's wrong. But I can't really say anything. But yeah, this card has to go. It's been doing way too much, especially when any Mitsu starter becomes this, and you have a chance to mill 4. I don't think that's a bridge, but I think also Saryuja is also a good hit too. Just in the sense of cutting off bridges, these 3 are like kind of like the best bridges in the game. Arclight being a direct bridge, and then Saryuja and Zombie Vampire not being a direct bridge, but like basically guaranteeing a direct bridge. Again, drawing 4 cards is pretty good. But that's really all I have for the bans in terms of like Draco Tail, in terms of like the big 3 decks. The other bans I would love to see, if I can freaking type today. Featherstorm. This card's gotta go. It's a turn skip. Nobody wants to play against this. That's more than enough said. That's really I can think for the bans. For the limits, I would love to see like a Ketu hit. If I can spell, I'm just gonna try Draco Tail while I'm here. I would love to see a Ketu hit. I think Ketu is kind of like the reason why this deck is so good going second, because it not only is a Rhoda, but it's also a Poly, which is kind of fucking broken, in my opinion. Or like either a Ketu hit, or like, this is gonna sound like crazy, but or like a Flame Ban. Because again, I feel like Draco Tail is already like a really good deck, but like if you can play through like most of their board, you should be in like a game winning position, and you need like that last spell to resolve. Like you want games to be swingy and want to go back and forth, and Flame just says negate, which isn't really like a fun way to play the game. So like I'd rather take a Ketu ban, a Ketu limit, a Flame ban, or even what people I've hearing is people are limiting Arthalion. So it makes it so when you like goes to the graveyard, you have to put it back with one of your Draco Tail traps instead of recycling one of the trap cards to draw a card. So I think this is also kind of a good hit. I personally think I can see both of these happening. We leave the monsters alone. Ketu's already a broken card going second, and I think that's how you hit it. For Vanquish Soul, I think the only way you can really hit Vanquish Soul, really, first of all, let's be real. They can have Raisin back to 3. Only if Holly C goes to 1. This card is sacky. Bro, opening Holly Sue, a fire, and an earth in a typical Vanquish Soul deck is freaking broken. And you have to open another Vanquish Soul. That's a 4-card combo. You have to open Holy Sue, a Vanquish Soul to reveal, and a Fire Dart. Nah, that's, bro, this card is like, it's not, I understand like the problem with the K9 Vanquish Soul deck isn't the Vanquish Soul cards, it's the K9 cards. But like the sheer fact of it is that you can open this card and like this deck is just unfair when they go second open Holy Soup plus Fire Dark. But also for the Canine deck, realistically, there's really like two things I'd want to see get hit here. Like a Jokal, everybody's saying Jokal to 1 because Jokal plus any level 5 plays through like so many hand traps. Like Jokal plus Sulfador alone beats Ash, Imperm, Nib, Droll. Like it beats a lot. But realistically, I say we don't touch any of the Canine card, then we realistically just hit Ripper. Because this card both being able to search and be a negate is actually fucking wild. Like, I understand that this card has like, this card is good, but it's like the face of the deck. But like, I don't think this card is unfair. I'm gonna be so for real. Just like I wish it was like either you can only search or you can only negate in one or the other. If it was that, it would be a fair Yu-Gi-Oh card. It'd make playing against Canine decks a little bit easier because they'd have to pick. And if they search, it's like cool, your hand traps are resolving. But if they choose to not search, that means you have to play a little bit differently. So I think this card getting banned is correct. Even though I don't think Konami will do it, I realistically think what Konami will do is they'll leave this and they'll hit Joko to 1. So I think for now, that's what I'm going to say that's going to happen. I'm trying to predict a ban list, not wish for a ban list. But another one I forgot to mention this earlier, but for Mitsu, they have 2 like archetypal trap cards. Archetypal cards you can search. And this one gotta go. Great Purification is just so unfair. It's an Omni Negate. Like literally every Mitsu deck ends like if you play the full Mitsu package, you get to Zombie Vampire plus Great Purification with like mill 4 into any engine that you want, which is absurd. Stake Your Soul can come back too. Yeah, these cards can all come back. If we limit Holy Sue, Raisin, and Stake Your Soul can come back to 3. I think Vanquish Soul is a very healthy deck to play against. Before Nats of this year, like Vanquish Soul wasn't like that prevalent of a deck, but Holy Sue just made the deck like unreal. But also the sheer fact that Holy Sue, like Pure Vanquish Soul is a fair deck. Like Pure Vanquish Soul is a fair deck. Vanquish Soul K9 is not a fair deck. Like this is why we need to ban Saryuja. But I think that's really it for my ban list prediction. I don't really have a lot more that I can think of off the top of my head. Most people would like, personally, to add one more that people aren't looking at. People want either a Haba ban or a prayers limit. People want either one of these two banned, but the sheer reason why, like, I'll take like just to like fill out the semi-limited category. I think we semi-limit prayers to force them to play differently. But the reason why I'm not saying any like real Mitsu hits is because Mitsurugi's getting a structure deck coming out within like a few months, and I think that's gonna fix consistency. But for now, like we'll get to a point where Haba will be eventually banned. We'll just get to that point. This card's broken. This card literally does everything for the deck. But we will get to a point where Haba is banned. But for right now, it's just gonna be unlimited because again, this is a new support. I don't really think there are any other any cards that I would like to put on this ban list. So with that, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.